The Netherlands has been called the happiest place on earth, and right here in the capital, Amsterdam, it's not hard to see why. There are glamorous people on old-fashioned push bikes tootling across quaint canals and down tiny cobblestone laneways between these magnificent old merchant buildings. There's the smell of baristaed coffee and fresh bakery everywhere, and everybody talks as though they're singing the chorus of a pop song. Now, why wouldn't you be happy? This charming city is the starting point of our European sojourn with scenic. Long considered the Venice of the North, Amsterdam has been shaped by its intricate system of canals, requiring over 1,200 bridges to link its 90 islands. It's an incredibly beautiful city because of these canals. How old typically are these merchant buildings?
Wow, that's quite old, you know, because here the canal, it has been built in the 17th century for all those rich merchants.
As far as capital cities go, Amsterdam has an incredibly laid-back vibe and is long regarded as one of the most cycle-friendly cities on the planet, as Kathy Lett and Jane Turner discovered on their visit.
Because in the wider ones are the merchant, the wider it is, the richer it is. Yeah.
I love all those fascinating details.
Look at those lovely Juliet balconies up there.
Oh. With more bikes than people and a truly relaxed vibe, this is a city that is ripe for rambling.
It's so picturesque, isn't it? It's beautiful.
I feel a little cafe moment coming on, Janie. A pretty string of laneways, known as 9 streets in the heart of Amsterdam's Canal District, is the perfect starting point.
Isn't it just so gorgeous? What I love about it is the juxtaposition of these beautiful old 17th century houses, and yet it feels modern and vibey.
Yeah.
The people perving's what I love the best. You could just sit here all day and watch this amazing array of
beautiful people going by.
Interesting, artistic-looking people. Yeah.
Well, what are we doing here, Kathy?
I don't know about you, but I feel right at home.
I'm your frumpy friend. Look, it's a windmill.
Yes, that's one of the last 8 mills that are left over here in Amsterdam.
From the glory days of 10,000 windmills, these days there's barely over 1,000 in the entire country, and just a handful here in Amsterdam.
Oh, look, that is the house where Anne Frank and her family and the Van Pels have been hiding during the Second World War. Anne Frank's house.
With that dark facade.
Yes.
I mean, as a writer, to me, that's one of the most poignant places in the world, because Anne Frank wanted to be a writer.
Yeah.
So she said she could go on living after she died, not knowing she was going to die 2 years later. And ironically, you know, her book did go on to become one of the most read books in the world.
Over 3 million copies have been spread out over a diary. Yeah.
Amsterdam's pretty laneways and canals, its architects, genius artists from Vermeer to Van Gogh, its tolerant and harmonious society and handsome people, the tallest in the world, no doubt they evolved this way in case the dikes burst, will totally seduce you. And that's before you've even stepped into a coffee shop, where you'll go Dutch, of course.
It's also home to some very interesting culinary choices, which Anna Gare was brave enough to taste.
Herring is Holland's national snack, and you'll find fish stands everywhere around the city.
It smells quite good.
Yes?
Yes.
Looks good.
It looks great.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm totally ready. I mean, I've never eaten raw herring before, but it has been brined.
Watch for the birds. Watch for the birds. I was not kidding. So you take your head back, open your mouth.
I'm not nervous. Okay, here we go.
Don't look nervous.
I'm going to have to swing it in.
Actually, yes. Holy smokes, she did it. Bravo.
Now for another foodie first.
That's the food coming out of the wall.
Yeah, that's the food from the wall, but you won't find it anywhere else.
But is it fresh?
It's fresh. It's replenished regularly. You know, people just come here and if they in rush and they just want to get something like grab and go. You see, you have different types. That's the croquette. That's something which you've probably never seen before.
I like the look of that.
Yeah,
that's
this
got
is
a veal ragu in it.
What do you think?
It's pretty bad, but in a good way.
The most delicious sounding of the Dutch delicacies is the Stroop Waffle. It's a waffle made from 2 thin layers of baked dough with a caramel syrup filling in the middle.
Enjoy it. We say eet smakelijk, which means bon appetit.
And this is really good.
It's glad you like it.
It's all warm and good with chocolate, and the apple syrup is incredible. I think this is a good sweet ending.
You can say in Dutch, it's lekker, it's delicious.
Oh, I like that.
Let's walk it off.
It's lekker.